Hey guys, it's JackX33 here, and welcome to the epic battle. The most epic battle of all time. Of all time. Of all time. No, I'm kidding. This video, as you can see by the title, is Tour Guide versus Cardcar D. Obviously, these are proxies for Cardcar D because I don't have them yet. They're on the way in the mail. Hopefully, I'll get them during this week. But unfortunately, for now, at the time of posting this video, I don't have them. So proxies, ahoy, and then Tour Guide. So yeah, okay. A lot of people have been trying to compare these cards, but really, like, I only see them being compared in a couple of decks, if that. I mean, some decks you have to run this card, you like absolutely have to, and then some decks you don't, and some decks you can fit these cards in, and some decks you can't. So it's really, like iffy and all that stuff. But I'm basically going to go through which decks each one of these cards helps out, and why you should play which deck and stuff. And just basically, I'm just going to basically try to say, like, I hate people saying Cardcar D is a bad card. It's really not. It helps out so many decks. You don't even, like, people who say that, they don't even understand how many decks it helps out. I mean, it can revive bad, like, not bad, but, like, less played decks, make them better, make them more consistent, and all that stuff. As we saw Tyler Tabman, top 16 with Final Countdown. He went XO and Swiss. He said he hated Cardcar D, but, maybe if he wasn't playing it, he wouldn't have done that well. You never know. Like, no one's, I don't think, top 16 with Final Countdown for a while. I sure know no one's gone XO and Swiss with Final Countdown for a while, and it just happened to be the YCS after Cardcar D comes out, and he just happened to be running 3 of these cards, so Cardcar D, that is. But yeah, so first I'm going to start with Tour Guide. This is the decks you want to play Tour Guide in. First of all, windups. Obvious, like, it starts the loop with Shark. If you have Shark and Tour Guide, you've got the loop. If you start with Instant Fusion and Tour Guide, you've got the loop. If you start with Tour Guide and Reborn, you've got the loop. So, it's pretty self-explanatory why you play Tour Guide. It's just an instant rank 3 exceed, instant Zen Mighty into another windup. It's really good. Amazingly good. Can also fetch Sengan. Sengan is less important in windups, I guess, because it's not like in Insectors where you get Hornet and you need Hornet, you have to have that card. Or in Rabbit, where you can get Rabbit, you have to play Rabbit, it's a win condition, basically. But, Sengan's still good in windups, gets gets other shit. But, yeah, Tour Guide's basically just a free rank 3 seed, and, yeah, that's about it. Would you play Cardcar D in windups? No, you would not. You can try out a control test. I tested a control build. It did not work out that well in my personal testing and all that stuff, so I probably wouldn't play Cardcar D in windups. But that's cool. That's cool. So that's one deck you wouldn't play Cardcar D in, and you would play Tour Guide in. Next is Chaos Dragons. So, the big dragons, the Red Eyes and the Dark Armed and Leviers is a random card. Tour Guide is essential to Chaos Dragons. Absolutely essential. You have to play it. I've seen people that don't play Tour Guide. The builds aren't bad. They're just not optimal for this format. And Lightsworn Dragon builds are kind of like, I don't like them. I don't like Lightsworn. But yeah, Tour Guide is essential to this deck. Is Cardcar D essential to this deck? No, it's not. But I think it should be tried. It should be tried. I've been trying it out a bit. I haven't been trying it out enough to actually comment on saying whether it's really good or not, because I've been focusing on Insectors and Rabbits for the main part, and I hate Chaos Dragons. I don't like the deck at all, so I haven't been testing it that much. I can't comment to say whether this card with the Cardcar D is good in Chaos Dragons or not, so you guys can test that out and stuff. But yeah, so what's another deck you have to play the Tour Guide in? Rabbit. So 3 Rabbits in the Dolka. You need Tour Guide in Rabbit. Why? Because of Levier. Levier is amazing. If Levier wasn't made, then you wouldn't need Tour Guides in Rabbit. Sure, Sengan would be great, but you wouldn't need it to a certain extent. Levier is like amazing. Like, it's so broken. You can OTK with Levier basically. Second turn, you have Lagia, Levier, 2 Sabersaurus. That's exactly game. So that's cool. And then basically Tour Guides is another use for another way to use Rabbit. So It's always good. You have like 6 rabbits in the deck, kind of. 7 if you include Sangan. So you need to play Tour Guide in rabbit. Cardcar D. I've been testing this card out. I would not play it at 3, maybe at 2. It's like, sometimes when you pull it off, you're just like, holy shit, this card's amazing. But other times you can draw it like dead, or you can draw your vanillas with it, and it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. You'd have to test it for yourself. I think it'd be personal preference in this rabbit deck. But you can play it in Chaos Dragons and rabbit, I would say. I probably wouldn't play 3. I'd probably go with 2 just for consistencies. But yeah, don't play it in windups. That's all I have to say about those decks. And Tour Guide, I'll leave Tour Guides out actually. Better do that just, for the sake of having them there. Okay, so these are the decks that Cardcar D should be playing. Gravekeepers. Now you guys might be saying like, Gravekeepers isn't a good deck. Well, it really is. It really is a good deck. Necro Valley itself is a good card. It allows you to stop your opponent from removing cards from your graveyard. So no Chaos Dragons spamming at you with Necro Valley in the field. Also, no equipping Hornet from the graveyard, or Ladybug, or Hopper even. With this on the field, of course they can equip it from their hand, but you can deal with that from other cards. No Reborn, no Pot of Avarice, no Call of the Haunted. This really stops a lot of cards, and it also boosts your deck. Like, it's not like Skill Drain where it just stops. It stops decks, and then it doesn't really help your deck at all. Necro Valley helps your deck while stopping other plays, and it's pretty good. It's 2,000 beat sticks are hard to deal with. They've also got high defense monsters and good effects. Descendant is amazing. Like, it's like a little kind of dragonfly guy, because he basically just pops. It's like a mini centipede. He pops a monster with Recruiter, and then Recruiter searches. So it's kind of like a 2-card centipede. And then of course Recruiter can get Commander, and then Commander can get Necro Valley. So it's just really good combos, and I think it's actually a really good deck right now, and should be played a lot more than it is. I've been testing with it. And with Cardcar Ds work well in this deck. If you go Pot of Duality, Cardcar D first turn, you should have the game there. Like, you get so many options, you see so many cards that you could use. It's pretty great. But yeah, so that's Gravekeepers. I think the deck's pretty strong. Next up is Heroes. I think it's pretty obvious. Don't play Tour Guide in Heroes. You can't play Tour Guide in Gravekeepers either, by the way. Oh, you could, but there's no point. Like, there's absolutely no point. So yeah, Cardcar D and Heroes, I've been testing a bit, and it gets you so much advantage. It generates the advantage so much. It gets you to your monsters faster, gets you to your combo cards faster, like Gemini Spark, Hero Blast. Also gets you to your skill drains faster, gets you to your Miracle Fusions. It's amazing. Tour Guide, again, Pot of Duality, Cardcar D is amazing combos. Like, absolutely great combos. Probably one of the best first turns you could do in the game. I think it's just, amazing. So, Cardcar D and Heroes, I would suggest, definitely, for sure. In these 2 decks, for sure. Maybe not at 3. Maybe at 2. Maybe not at 3, but yeah. Next up, Inzectors. Now, this is one that I am actually, I feel strongly about, because I do play Inzectors. I've been playing them for a long, long time. I've been playing them ever since they first came out. What? No, that's wrong, actually. I started playing them when they first came out. First tournament, they were legal. I played them. I was doing pretty well with them, and then I decided to play windups, because windups were really cool. I liked the deck a lot. Then I went on to rabbits later, and I came back to Inzectors, and I've been playing them ever since. But yeah, I've been playing them for a while now, and I've gotten just really good with this deck. I know exactly what to do every situation, pretty much. That will happen after you play with the deck for a while. And I can honestly say, after playing this for so long, that I would rather play Cardcar Ds than Tour Guides in this deck. A lot of people say that Tour Guide is better in this deck, and I just really don't agree. I don't see, I'm going to explain my reasoning for this, because, okay, so Tour Guide, what can Tour Guide do in Inzectors? As in every other deck, it can get a rank 3 exceed, like Zen Mains, Leviathan, any of the Digin guys, Giga Brilliant, all that good stuff. It can also get out Sangan, and then, then you can have access to your Hornet, Dragonfly, Ladybug, anything, basically. What can Cardcar D do? Cardcar D can combo with Duality. Duality is one of the greatest cards in Inzektor's, I believe, because you get to see 3 cards, and you still have the ability to summon Centipede and then pop shit with the cards you receive off Duality. And Cardcar D can combo so well with Duality, where Tour Guide cannot. So that's one thing. Cardcar D can also get you Inzektor Sword, Inzektor Caliber, which is crucial to the OTK. Tour Guide cannot. Cardcar D can get you Centipede or anything like that. MST can get you defensive cards like Solemn Warning. All those trap cards you might need. Tour Guide can't get you that stuff. Inzektor's is a combo deck. I don't care what anyone says. It's a combo deck. It's an OTK deck. It has one of the best OTKs I've seen in this game ever. And I've been playing for like 7 years. On and off for 7 years. OTK is just like so easy with Inzektor's. Because you need these 3 cards. This card can even be in the graveyard. You know? And you can get to this card so easily. You can call the Haunt to this card. You can reborn it. But you need these 3 cards at your disposal. Basically. And if your opponent does not stop this one card, they lose. If they gauze, you will have generated enough advantage to just OTK them next turn. It's not a problem at all. You can even have a Solemn Warning set to stop that, but yeah. It's also not... You don't commit anything to the field, so you don't commit anything at all. You know, you just summon Dragonfly. If they stop that score, it's a 1-for-1. Somehow, you know, you'll get another Dragonfly. You can Cardcar D into it, and, yeah, like, this card's good. I mean, you know, OTK is good. Inzektor's is more of an OTK deck than anything, I think. And people are trying to play control builds, and I just play an aggro build. Like, my theory in Inzektor's is play cards that get you to your combo pieces for your OTK, and then just OTK them before they can do anything. In the mirror match, if you OTK before them, you win. They can resolve a Dragonfly on play on you, that's cool. But if you OTK them, you win. They can't stop that. Like, they can stop it, but, you know, you can recover from a Dragonfly play in the mirror match. So, really, I just think Cardcar D is better in Inzektor's. It's also better in all those Final Countdown Exodia decks than Tour Guide, of course. So, people who are comparing these 2 cards, you've got to realize that these cards are good in different ways and in different decks. But when it comes to Inzektor's, and this is where I see most people comparing these cards, Cardcar D, in my opinion, is so much better. So much better. Just I would recommend testing it thoroughly in Inzektor's and really just seeing Duality Cardcar D is like best combo out and getting all your cards quickly, where Tour Guide just gets sitting in and it's just like, yeah, I'll get Dragonfly or Hornet. That's pretty predictable. But, you know, so yeah. Leave a comment on what you guys think. But yeah, I think Cardcar D is definitely a good card. Definitely should be not, like, you know, disregarded. And it should be the money where it's at now. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Peace out.